All the while overstuffed and undernourished, wild and wandering, AmStErDaM is one major, elegant, hopeless train wreck of a film. Christian Parcell, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Robert De Niro, Anya Taylor-Happiness, Rami Malek, Chris Rock, Michael Shannon, Zoe Saldana, Alessandro Nivola and a lot more significant names. How might you hoard this cast and veer off track wrong? Just placing them in a room and watching them gab for 2 or more hours, or don't express anything by any means, so far as that is concerned, would have been boundlessly seriously fascinating. Unfortunately, David O. Russell has prepared every kind of undertakings and diversions, odd hijinks, and elaborate asides to involve his entertainers, none of which is close to as sharp or beguiling as he assumes. Again and again, I asked myself as I was watching AmStErDaM, what's going on with this film? Where are we going with this? I'd need to pause and track down my heading. What precisely is occurring now? What's more, not in an undeniably exhilarating, animating way, as in Keepsake, for instance, or Felines. It's each of the bewildering nonsense, until it halts abruptly and powers a few of its stars to give extensive discourses clarifying the focuses Russell himself didn't make over the past 2 meandering aimlessly hours. The amazing finale gives us some endless, treacly portrayal, making sense of the significance of adoration and benevolence over the film's pictures of bohemian song we'd quite recently seen not very far in the past. Just like the case in so many of the SS chief's different films, we have the sensation as we're watching that anything could occur without warning. He ordinarily utilizes such verve in his camera work and takes such aggressive apparent swings that you wonder in awe how he figures out how to keep it all firm and flawless. This time, he doesn't. Since AmStErDaM misses the mark on convincing visual language of Three Lords, or American Hustle, for example, and it needs characters with heart on their sleeve, humankind like he shows us in The Warrior, or Silver Linings Playbook. In spite of the tremendous ability in plain view here, not a solitary figure on screen embraces a totally refreshed outlook on life. Each is an assortment of characteristics, some more fascinating than others. To place it in the least difficult terms conceivable, Bundle and Washington play long-lasting closest companions associated with a homicide they didn't commit. While attempting to reveal reality with regards to what's happening, they coincidentally find a considerably bigger and more evil plot. Russell's content leaps around in time from 1933 New York to 1918 Amsterdam and back once more, yet he's utilizing this time span, and the fundamentalist philosophies that rose to noticeable quality then, to say something about what's been happening beyond quite a long while in traditional American governmental issues. Eventually, he pounds us over the head with this point. On the whole, eccentricity. Bundle's Bert Berenson as a folksy specialist with a glass eye that continues to drop out. He can't escape his own handcrafted aggravation drugs, which make him break down to the ground, which likewise makes his eye drop out. Bunch is doing serious shtick all through. He is focused on the piece. Washington's Harold Woodman presented with him in a similar racially blended armed force contingent in France during World War I. He's currently a lawyer, and the more reasonable of the two. At the point when their cherished general kicks the bucket dubiously, his little girl, a distractingly solid Taylor Quick, requests that they research. Yet, soon, they're on the run, motivating a flashback to how they met in any case. This is really the most engaging piece of the film. Russell thrives in the team's thoughtful recollections of their post-war A Long Time in Amsterdam, with Robbie's Valerie Vos, the medical caretaker who really focused on them when they were harmed and immediately turned into their co-schemer in a wide range of boozy ventures. The commended cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki, a different Oscar champ for his work with Alfonso Cuarón, Gravity, and Alejandro González Iñárritu, Birdman, The Revenant, backs off on the sepia conditions that frequently feel so covering with an end goal to catch a sensation of sentimentality. There's reality and happiness to these successions in AmStErDaM that is missing somewhere else. Robbie, a brunette for a change, looks unimaginably brilliant, yet her personality is likewise a hyper-pixie beauty queen, a covertly rich beneficiary who transforms slug shrapnel into workmanship. It's a cumbersome similitude for the recuperating presence she gives in Bert and Harold's lives. That's so disappointing about AmStErDaM. It'll offer a scene or a communication or an exhibition anywhere that is really engaging and perhaps verges on raising a ruckus around town. Russell is attempting to hit. A few pairs and subplots en route could have made for a more fascinating film than the one we got. Malik and Taylor delight as Valerie's highbrow, endeavoring siblings by marriage, for instance, are an unusual hoot. Furthermore, here's an extraordinary spot to pause and specify the fabulous ensemble plan, crafted by J.R. Hobaker and the unbelievable Albert Wolski. The period detail is vivid and distinctive, yet the dresses Taylor Happiness wears, all in strong shades of red, are particularly propelled. Niveler and Matthias Schoenaerts as confused cops who can't stand each other can be entertaining, and it appears as though they're sincerely attempting to implant their characters with attributes and inspirations past what's on the page. Shannon and Mike Myers as a couple of spies are really great for a silly chuckle or two, that's it. In any case, notwithstanding these irregular snapshots of satisfaction, AmStErDaM is at last so tangled and drawn out that it crushes such flashes of altruism. It's so burdened by its overlong running time and pompous feeling of significance that its center message about the straightforward requirement for human fairness feels like a critical untimely idea. Also, murmuring AmStErDaM all through, as a few of the characters do, doesn't actually start to project the enchanted spell it tries to invoke.